Got it. All right. I think we are live on YouTube as well, and it gets recorded, so we don't have to record it. And with that, welcome to the mid-May madness, as they call it. And it's hot out here. It's 40 degrees plus, but
My
I believe
God.
Malaysia is also not too good. How is it in?
No, no, it's always hot here, so it's okay.
Yeah,
But
so
it's not 40 degrees or anything. It hovers around mid 30s.
mid 30s is also pretty bad.
Yeah, with humidity is pretty high
It
here.
is pretty bad. Let's take it away. And the today's theme is water, on or off the theme. That's all right. Nice to see Sheena from Turkey. So
I
really, we
finally
have
figured out how
more.
to turn it on.
Yes, why
Yeah.
not? Why not? Uh, so with that, I hope to see a few Sufi dancers in the background. The
No, but I can show
dervishes.
you a swimming. I can show you a swimming pool.
Right.
The swimming pool's back there somewhere.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's
Yeah.
very
Yeah. Hey, you have the hall to yourself apparently, or the place to yourself. So that's brilliant. Thanks. Okay, so let me. We don't have anybody new, so everybody knows the rules out here. Uh, the gathering is small so far. Let's see how people join in. But with that, let me take it away and invite Ravi for the
Thank you.
first performer of the evening. Ravi, over to you.
Thanks very much. I have quite a few poems on the theme of water, mostly on rivers. I would anyway present a poem titled Saraswati. It's more metaphorical. Therefore, here you go. Let me share the screen with you. Can you allow me to share screen, please?
Done that, try it again.
Yeah. Here it is. It's
Technical problems, Ravi?
uh, well, I'll go to that later. Maybe I'll do another poem instead. This is called Tonle Sap, Evening at Tonle Sap, a river in Siem Reap, where I was a few years ago in 2017. Here is the poem. Can you see the poem?
Yes, we can.
Great. Let me just increase the font so that you can see better. Okay. All right. Evening at Tonle Sap. The river's muddy waters snake into the Tonle Sap lake, on whose seemingly still waters float the sweltering villages. The church, the charity home, the shops, the vegetable retail, all list gently under the slow sway as the day behind the clouds advances to meet his ever fleet-footed consort, night. As the last drops of the sun is squeezed gently down the throat of the indolent crocodiles, lying open-mouthed on the floor, the gleaming rays pierce the earthy waters and dismember each drop into fair limbs. The apsaras of Tonle Sap cavorting catch the voyeur sun in their long black tresses. The golden leaves smear the green as a toddler stands steady on the boat with her mother, an Apsara drying her hair, waving at the vista tied to the mast. Here are a few images of
Wow. Very
this.
nice, Ravi.
Very nice.
Very nice, Ravi. Very nice. You want to do another one before we go
Oh,
on
yeah,
to?
sure. Thanks. Yeah, that would be amazing. Stop sharing this and then go to another one. Well, this is again on another river. This river is in the Karwar region of Karnataka. The river is called Kaneri. It is near Dharwar and Hubli on the bank of the Kali River there. It's a tributary of Kali River. Kaneri at Sinteri. Deep in the woods, where black panthers stretch on high branches and shaggy bears amble up the steep slopes, where once gold washed down the rocks in the stream, nothing lives now but a spider, weaving its web between signboards. The canary flows over the rocky bed, disappearing into the caves far below. There's only the sunlight. There's only the breeze. There's only the sound of the flow of water over stone, of the susurrus of leaves wafting slowly, swerving down to earth. There, where the entire earth has transformed into an altar, daubed in ochre, wearing green, the pigeons roost unafraid. No more do gold seekers arrive, but are succeeded by seekers of sylvan serenity and sounds of nature. While the lone seller of soft drinks and spiced puff rice in his parked car maintains a distance in good faith. I stand there, scared of my breath, watching the water rush forth, disappearing soon beyond my sight, while creepers with butts hang over, as though ready to garland canary. If she should suddenly body forth, I know such beauty was not for me, or those of my kind who pollute all that we touch, leaving scars everywhere with our hatred and our envy. Yet I was blessed beyond belief in that moment of grace afforded, by accident, no doubt, and not by design. I therefore sing of canary and Sinteri, lest I should take for granted my fortune. This is
Wow. Wow.
the river.
That is a brilliant.
Brilliant poem. Oh,
Yes, that was really brilliant. Oh yes.
Very
You have
nice.
connected nature with human nature.
Thank you.
I think the visuals in this one were even more, than in the first poem. I really like this one even more than the first. And I really like the
Yes.
first one too.
Yeah.
Thank
yeah.
you.
You wanna stop sharing your screen, Ravi?
Yeah.
Okay, great. And we have a couple of people joining us late. I see Chavi. Chavi, hello, seeing you after a long time. So, for those who don't know, Chavi
Hello,
is
sir. Hello.
hello.
No,
Chavi, you want to quickly introduce yourself because I think you'll be seeing a lot of new faces. A lot of people don't know you yet.
Yeah. So actually, first of all, thank you so much that I'm part of this really because every time by mistake, every time I'm reading the message of this online meeting after meeting. Every time I miss the message. By chance, this time I read it on time, and then I decided definitely I'll join this time. I'm not going to miss it. So actually, I'm Chavi. I'm a librarian, Manav Rachna International School, and I really like this group. Silently, I'm reading all the poems in the group every day. But whenever the meeting message, I don't know why and how. Every time I missed.
Yeah,
it's
that's all right too.
it's being, I think, 1 year. Last year or last to last year, somewhere I joined. I don't even remember.
Yes. And I believe we were delinquent in that we could not launch your mother's poetry book. But I
Yeah.
think you should invite her uh, to recite some of her poetry on our virtual sessions.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Next time, definitely
next time.
I'll join her for this. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wrote a
Right.
poem on water, sir. So can I
That's all right.
can I
We'll get to you, Chavi. I'm just going round the table, on the virtual table. We'll definitely get to you.
yeah,
Everybody gets
yeah.
his chance. And let me
Yes,
now
sir.
hand over the. Thank you, Chavi. Let me now hand over the mic to Onkar Kedia from Assam. Onkarji, you're still in Assam or have you moved?
Poetry.
You're on mute,
Yes.
Kedia. Try it
Yes.
again.
Yes. So I start with a ghazal. Normally, I don't write ghazal. Uh, okay. So the format of ghazal is it consists of some couplets, and each couplet is a stand-alone couplet. It is complete in itself, and one couplet may not have any connection with another couplet. So that is basically a ghazal. So the title of the ghazal is पानी में, water. मछलियां उछल रही हैं पानी में, जाने क्या मजा है पानी में. मछलियां उछल रही हैं पानी में, जाने क्या मजा है पानी में. मदहोशी छा गई मुझ पर, क्या मिला दिया तूने पानी में. मदहोशी छा गई मुझ पर, क्या मिला दिया तूने पानी में. डूबने वाला है जो, तैरने वाला भी वही. डूबने वाला है जो, तैरने वाला भी वही. कुछ तो करिश्मा है पानी में. देखा नहीं कि प्यास बुझने लगी. देखा नहीं कि प्यास बुझने लगी. कोई तो बात है यहाँ के पानी में. हर एक बदल जाता है यहाँ आकर. हर एक बदल जाता है यहाँ आकर. कुछ तो खास है शहर के पानी में. कभी मुझे भी देना अचानक धक्का. कभी मुझे भी देना अचानक धक्का. मैं भी देखूं कैसे डूबते हैं पानी में. बिखेर देना मेरी राख खेतों में. बिखेर देना मेरी राख खेतों में. मुझे नहीं डूबना मरकर पानी में. जितना पिया प्यास बढ़ती गई. जितना पिया प्यास बढ़ती गई. कुछ तो जादू था कुएं के पानी में. डूबिए शौक से, घर चाहते हैं डूबना. डूबिए शौक से, घर चाहते हैं डूबना. खींचिए मत किसी को अपने साथ पानी में. ऐसा भी क्या जीना कि बरसात से डरें. ऐसा भी क्या जीना कि बरसात से डरें. फेंकिए छाता, भीगिए पानी में. द लास्ट कपलेट इज, बड़ा कमजोर था जो हवा में उड़ता था. बड़ा कमजोर था जो हवा में उड़ता था. डूब कर मर गया बित्ता भर पानी में. थैंक यू.
Very nice, Kedia sir.
Tremendous.
थैंक यू.
Hey, Omkarji, I think you have outdone yourself in this one. Do you want to give the people a sense of what you're talking about? Because I think
Okay,
there's
okay.
some people out here who are not very conversant with Hindi.
Yes,
I
yes,
know it'll be
yes.
difficult, but I think
Hmm.
the sense of it, the sensibility of it is so strong that you may get your message across.
The thing is, because each couplet is stand alone, so I'll have to give a sense very briefly of
Yeah,
each
yeah.
couplet.
Or,
So the
or, or
first one
maybe,
was,
Omkarji, you can
I
give
will
a
do it very
sense of.
quickly.
Okay, okay.
Okay, okay. मछलियां उछल रही हैं पानी में, जाने क्या मजा है पानी में. So here the sense is fish are jumping in the water. So what is fun inside the water? The idea is that we all are outside the water. We suffocate when we are in water. But fish is jumping in the water. So what is so much fun that they find? मधोशी छा गई मुझ पर, क्या मिला दिया तूने पानी में. So this is a kind of love couplet. I am feeling intoxicated. So what have you mixed in the drink that you offered me? So actually there is nothing in the drink. It is somewhere else. So that is the sense. डूबने वाला है जो तैरने वाला भी वही, कुछ तो करिश्मा है पानी में. The person who gets drowned, he also gets saved. So what is this magic about water? Because sometimes you feel you are getting drowned, or others may feel that you are getting drowned, but actually you are getting saved. So what is such a magic with water? देखा नहीं कि प्यास बुझने लगे, कोई तो बात है यहाँ के पानी में. This is also I have meant love. देखा नहीं कि प्यास बुझने लगी. When I saw you, the thirst started getting extinguished. So what is there in the water that I don't have to drink? I just have to see, and my thirst gets extinguished. हर एक बदल जाता है यहाँ आकर, कुछ तो खास है शहर के पानी में. Everybody who comes from village or somewhere, he's a different person in the city. So what is the impact of the city? There is something in the water of the city. Then मुझे भी कभी मुझे भी देना अचानक धक्का, मैं भी देखूं कैसे डूबते हैं पानी में. So here I'm challenging somebody who is who is pushing someone into the water, saying that I'm challenging him or her, that you push me also. Let me see how is it to get drowned. And बिखेर देना मेरी राख खेतों में, मुझे नहीं डूबना मर कर पानी में. This is a personal favorite. What I mean to say is, in Hindu religion, as you know, the ashes are thrown in water, in river, Ganges or whatever. But what I'm saying is, I want to go to fields. I don't want my ashes to get drowned in the water. So that is the importance of farm to me, field to me. जितना पिया प्यास बढ़ती गई, कुछ तो जादू था कुएं के पानी में. The more I drank, the more I felt thirsty. There was some, this is also a kind of a love couplet. There was some magic in the water of this kuan. What do you call kuan?
Well, well.
The well.
Okay. Well, okay. ऐसा भी क्या जीना कि बरसात से डरे, फेंकिए छाता भीगे पानी में. Let us face some danger, some inconvenience. Then only we will be able to enjoy life. And the last one is, बड़ा कमजोर था जो हवा में उड़ता था. Somebody was flying in air, but डूब कर मर गया बित्ता भर पानी में. This is bitta. So, but he died in this much of water. So those who are flying, they may not be able to survive even in this much of water. So that is it. Thank you.
And I think you have outdone yourself, Omkarji. I
Absolutely.
mean, the kind of implications or the kind of uh, meanings you derive even from a simple word like water or ice cream. I remember that word, ice cream. That's
Thank you.
amazing. So, yeah, wonderful. Congratulations. And please do post this on our group. And
Yes,
I think I'm
yes,
sure everybody will enjoy this.
yes.
Okay.
Can I have a
Thank you.
say?
Yeah, Ravi.
Uh, See, if I didn't know the tradition of Ghazal, and mostly it's love poetry addressed to love, I would say that all your couplets lend themselves to uh, highly denoted religious experience, uh, because each couplet can be transferred to devotion to God, to
Yes,
the other
yes,
world. Uh,
Yes.
thank you.
so a kind of expiation.
Yes,
It's amazing the way they lend themselves to metaphysical interpretation, and they're very good. They're very good. The
thank you.
metaphors that you work with are uh, very good because they are so common. They are easily amenable to everybody's experience. And then when we read you, when we listen to you, we know that you are talking about things that we have ourselves experienced or can experience, and therefore it becomes easy to accept it. So that's the hallmark of good
Okay,
poetry, according to
Yeah.
me.
thank
Yeah.
you.
And if I may say so, water is very special in the state in which Omkar lives in, Assam, which is,
Yes,
know,
yes,
the water
yes.
can be a blessing and it can be a curse when
Yes.
the
Brahmaputra. Yeah.
when the floods come. Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
and I liked your interpretation, Ravi, of the metaphysical or the spiritual meaning of this,
Mm.
and I think it's in the tradition of the Sufi
Actually, I
poetry.
also thought so. I also thought so after writing this, but I am an atheist, so I thought
Yeah, yeah,
that,
that's right.
yeah,
We will let Sheena sitting in Turkey interpret this in a more metaphysical Sufism form. So, but okay, thank you, Okarji, and
thank you.
thank you very much. And we know you have to leave, so we can. We
I'm
have
here
heard
up to
you.
7:45. I'm here.
All right, all right.
Yes.
You can make a quiet exit whenever you feel like.
Sure.
No problem. And I'm very happy to welcome Rohini and Gunika, Jasbir also, and there is and then there is somebody whose name is popping up as iPhone 220. Can I ask that person to to unmute herself or himself and introduce? I mean, do we know you? Hello, we can't hear you. iPhone. Maybe you can put in the chat button or fix some technical issues you might have, but we would love to hear you. In the meantime, I want to move forward because we have gathered some small crowd out here and it's wonderful. Gunika, Jasbir, welcome back. I always call some of these people the usual suspects. They are they are always here, and I see Sudesh ji out here on her iPhone
Hello,
220.
everybody.
Namaskar, Sudesh. Sudesh is a brilliant poet. She has published many books, and we are so happy to have her here. Sudesh ji, let me know if anybody is in a hurry. I will schedule them earlier. But if not, I will just go around to my virtual table as a seat on the screen. And we have done with Ravi and Onkar Kedia. And we are also streaming live, which is being recorded. So if you have missed anything, especially if you have missed Omkarji's wonderful poetry or Ravi's brilliant poem to start the session off, I would encourage you to go and listen to the YouTube recording later at your convenience. With that, let me go on to who. Okay. It's Cyrus. You are next, but I am sort of keeping you for our coup d'etat at the end. So the next one is Sheena. Sheena, you want to share something interesting with us? And while
Okay.
you find Sheena, while you find it, let me just also warn the next person. The next person is Chavi. So Chavi, you're after Sheena. So just so you are prepared. Yeah, go on, Sheena.
Okay. So these are a series
Oh,
of
we can't hear
poems
you,
that
Sheena.
I'm here.
Oh, I know.
Yes.
Cannot
Okay.
hear you.
Can't hear me.
Technical issues.
No, we
No,
can
no,
You're
hear.
not on mute. I can see
No,
that.
no.
I
No,
can
you're
hear
not on
Sheena.
mute.
I can
So
hear
that means it's the
Sheena very clearly.
microphone. You want to check the settings on your Zoom
My
and then
Zoom says
see if the microphone is
No, I can hear her very
default
well.
device.
I
That's
think
that's what
Ajit
I
it
can
can.
happens with
hear.
me.
I can hear Sheena.
Ah,
She's
Yes, I
audible.
can. I can.
it's
I
your
think
I
he
setting.
cannot
can't hear
hear anyone.
anybody. Okay,
Yeah, he
it's
cannot hear
it's my
anyone.
problem. Go on. It's my problem.
Okay.
Go on.
So these are poems I wrote during COVID. And they're about water. I must have been in a very watery mood. So here we go. Drip, 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 drip. An ocean of drips and ripples. Did I flow? Why is it I can only remember the blockages, the stagnation? Did I do as much as I should have done? Does anyone? The doldrums are a body of water without wind, without wave, 5 degrees north and 5 degrees south of the equator. I feel like I was stuck there for a long time. Time stretches like an endless sea. They say we fit time to our tasks. The more time we have, the longer we take to finish what we need to do. This was a time of no deadlines. There were deadlines. I just ignored them, and time dripped like water and vanished. We can't make more water, like we can't make more time. All the water we have and all the water we need is already here on our blue planet. It just recycles and recycles in endless loops of condensation and evaporation, in tides and currents, freezing and thawing. This year, more than any other, ugly creatures from the deep have come to the surface, some dead and rotting, others still potent and venomous. They have come to share their pain and wisdom and then leave. Others hang about like a dank smell, polluting whole minutes and months, rendering everything inert and stagnant like a malignant swamp. And yet, there is a clear channel of clarity, a purity that flows thin and silver through the muck. They say you can't separate water, but what do they know? I touch that single cool strand of water and I follow it and hope that it will save me from the worst of myself.
Wow.
Amazing.
Yes, lovely.
That was
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
very
that
deep,
was
very
powerful.
deep.
Yeah. I
yeah,
like the imagery.
that was
Yeah,
yes.
the imagery of things coming out of the water, horrible, venomous things
Yes.
that have come into our lives. Yeah, and
Yes,
perfect for the COVID poet.
it was a dark time. I think if I wrote it again now, it would be happier.
And
Yes,
it's a very poetic poem. Very poetic poem. The flow is very good.
Thank you.
lovely. Okay, thank you, Sheena. I'm going to hand it over to Chavi, and after Chavi, I'm going to hand it over to Julian. Julian, sorry, somehow you ended up in the last portion of my screen, so I kind of missed you. So, Chavi and then Julian. Chavi, mic is yours.
Yeah, thank you so much. And I hope you will like this. It's a small try. I'm not a poet, but sometimes I'm trying to write. So, in Hindi, पानी. तुम्हें हो ना हो पानी को सब था पता. तुम्हें हो ना हो पानी को सब था पता. वो तुम्हारा कुल मुलाना माँ के गर्भ में पानी मौजूद था. वहीं तुम्हारे साथ था. पानी ने ये साथ भी खूब निभाया. तभी तो दो बूंद. Sorry. Hello, am there?
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
Did we lose her?
Yeah, her video had frozen for a while, and I think we've just
Oh.
lost her.
Okay, I think she's coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go on.
So
Go on.
sorry, some technical issues.
Yes. Go on. Please start from the
Yeah.
beginning.
Yeah. पानी. तुम्हें हो ना हो पानी को सब था पता. तुम्हें हो ना हो पानी को सब था पता. वो तुम्हारा कुल मुलाना माँ के गर्भ में पानी मौजूद था. वहीं तुम्हारे साथ था. पानी ने ये साथ भी खूब निभाया. तभी तो अंत भी दो बूंद गंगा जल से हो पाया. वो हंसना खिलखिलाना कभी गर्मी में तिल मिलाना. बारिश में यूं ही भीगना या पुरजोर होली के बहाने भिगाना. सुख हो या दुख बस आंखों से छलक जाना. तुम्हें हो ना हो पानी को सब था पता. तुम्हारे इरादे तुम्हारे मन की व्यथा. और वो पाठ जो पानी ने पढ़ाए कोई भूल के भी कैसे भूल पाए. कब दिल को दरिया बनाए या भैंस को पानी में जाने से बचाए. आंखों का पानी कभी ना सूख पाए और शीतल कोमल निर्मल कहलाने वाला पानी इतनी हिम्मत भर जाए कि अपनी शक्ति से पत्थर पर निशान छोड़ जाए.
Nice.
तुम्हें हो ना हो पानी को सब था पता. क्या है सही जीवन जीने की कला. जल वारी नीर तोए सलिल अंबूसर. जल वारी नीर तोए सलिल अंबूसर. या कभी कह दिया वाटर. इसी वाटर से थी भरी कृष्ण की गोपियों की गागर. एक गागर दान भी महादान कहलाए और कुंभ में स्नान किया तो मोक्ष मार्ग खुल जाए. मंदिर मस्जिद या गुरुद्वारे में बिन छुए पानी को तो देव दर्शन भी अधूरा रह जाए. तुम्हें हो ना हो पानी को सब था पता. यही है वो अमृत जो पूरे ब्रह्मांड में सिर्फ इस धरती को मिला.
Very nice.
थैंक यू.
Really good.
Very nice. Chaviji, in normal times, I would have asked you to give a sense of it in English, but I think it's too long and too complicated a poem to do that. So we will ask you to put it up on a group, and then people can use AI nowadays. AI is
Yeah.
writing and translating poetry.
Yeah.
So we can do that. By the way,
Right.
talking of AI, we have been told by our company that we must be using AI, otherwise we are not intelligent enough. So that's new rules of the day. Thank you, Shaviji. It was brilliant. Very nice to have you out here, and very nice
Thank
to
you.
listen to you. And I know you do look at our poems. Very nice to hear about that, because I am sure everybody in our group is a poetry lover, and although may not be contributing, but I'm sure they enjoy reading it, and you have just proven that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Hey, okay, let me cross over to Julian. Julian, you got the mic.
Hi. We've had a spate of thunderstorms here and a lot of rain. I'm going to share a screen with a video of an incident that happened here recently. Can you see?
Yeah.
So I'm just going to run it for a bit.
Okay.
So this is a dash cam video of the tree that's about to collapse. So I've muted the sound, but
Yeah.
so this is on one of the busiest streets in Kuala Lumpur, and during a jam, during the peak of traffic. So it hit 17 vehicles, and unfortunately, one person died.
Mm.
So this is the poem. Just expand the video view. Oh, is it? Ah. Okay, so when a tree falls, if a tree falls in a forest and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? If a tree falls in the city and kills a man, injures two others, damages 17 vehicles, and disrupts the monorail service, and it's caught on dash cams and smartphones, and everyone was around to see it, did anyone still hear it make a sound? Did it bark and whimper like an old dog? Or did it weep like a willow? Or did it shudder and shake as if it was an earthquake? Did they hear it cry out when it knew it had murdered someone? Mama just killed a man. Did they listen to its confession as it lay there breathing its last? Did they call for a priest to give it its last rites? Did the emergency response team check for a pulse? Did it leave a last letter tucked in a branch somewhere? Did it give up knowing the end of its kind was coming? Did it long for the forest and the sky? Was this a protest? Did it whisper a final prayer for Mother Nature, for a reckoning, for change, for revelation? 15 billion trees are cut down each year by humans. No one hears it. A tree fell in the city. It made the news. Thank you.
Very good.
My
Lovely.
God.
Very, very
Lovely.
nice, Julian. Yeah.
Wow, Julian, that's
Very
amazing.
Very
Very
It's just
nice.
amazing. It's a great poem.
Yes.
Heartfelt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Lovely,
conscience
lovely
raising poem.
poem, Julian. Lovely poem. I mean, it's Julian never fails to disappoint us with his
Never,
insightful
never,
poetry.
never disappoints us.
Never
Fails to surprise us.
It's brilliant. Brilliant. Thank you, Julian. If you got time,
Awesome,
hang on
Julian.
to your
Awesome.
basket of poems. We may come back to you. And going on now, I see Sarayu has joined us. Always a late comer, but always welcome. Sarayu, welcome. How you been? All okay?
I've been fine. I've not been well, down with fever and cold. So.
Yeah, I think there's a bug in the air. You're not the only one I'm hearing. But yeah, nice to see you and hope you get better. In the meantime, let me go on to the next person, and the next person on my screen is Rohini. Rohini, would you like to take it away? And after Rohini, I'm going to give the mic to Gunika, and after Gunika, Sudeshji. So Rohini, take it away.
I wrote something, so I thought I'll share that only. Heaving slow, deep, warm breaths, releasing heat, droplets going down my temple, my nape. I perspire from gratification, stretching my arms in languor, letting go of the ache, giving into pleasure and pride after my strenuous workout. drenched from top to toe, unable to breathe as droplets cover my eyes, slip down my arms, unable to see in the downpour, the thick veil blurring my vision, whispering sweet nothings in the breeze. I smile and shiver, waving my arms in the rain, taking a deep sigh to settle the denial, controlling breaths to uncoil knots of dread in the core of my soul, exhaling to dry tears on my cheeks, making it arid to create fire.
Thank
Very
you.
nice.
Yes,
Rohini,
very nice. Very nice, Rohini. Excellent.
I liked
Yeah,
how
yeah.
I liked how you moved from the wetness of perspiration from a workout through the rain and changed the thing, but water in both cases.
Yes.
Yeah, very
Yes.
nice.
Thank you.
Excellent, Rohini. Chalo, then let me move on. Who do I have next? Sudeshji? I have next.
Hello everyone. A poem on water, but it's in Hindi.
That's all right.
कल ही तो देखा था मैंने, यही तो थी बगल में, पीतल की गागर हाथ में मोटी सी डोरी, हौले हौले कदम उठाती सिहरती, आसमान की तरफ जा रही थी। दिए की बाती की सीढ़ी बनाकर, दोनों तरफ दिए जलाकर, चांद तक पहुंचने की उतावली, सीढ़ियां बना रही थी। सीढ़ियों के दोनों तरफ मिट्टी के दियों के अंदर तेल भरती जा रही थी। चढ़ते चढ़ते सीढ़ियां वो भूल बैठी, चांद ही मंजिल थी इसकी, वो तो पीछे रह गया, वहीं तो जाना था उसने। भरना था गागर में पानी, भरना था गागर में पानी, प्यारी धरती कर रही है इंतजार। ओक लगाकर बैठे हैं बच्चे बुजुर्ग, यूं ही भूली है ये राहें, यूं ही भूली है ये राहें। This is second part of the poem. आगे जाने वाले पीछे मुड़कर देखो, कौन करता है प्रतीक्षा पानी के सोतों के लिए। सूखी धरती के कड़े मोड़ों के भीतर आंखें आसमान की ओर लगाए, कौन मन ही मन सुलगता पानी सा प्यासा। धन्यवाद।
Oh, wonderful.
Yes. Very
Very
interesting.
beautiful
The
and
first.
poetic.
If my
Very
friends cannot
interesting.
understand Hindi, I have written something in English if you allow me to do that.
Oh, please, please. Of course. That is a pleasure.
Yesterday only, I saw a damsel holding a pitcher in her arms. Slowly she was moving towards the sky, making her way with small lamps, moving slowly towards the moon. She forgot the target and went ahead the moon. She was to go there to fill her pitcher, to quench the thirst of earthy humans, waiting eagerly to drink water. Oh, next generation, how many are you waiting to take water, to wet the dry land? Look who is staring towards the sky, raindrops to wet the thirsty land.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, I figured the sense of it was quite the universal mankind and its need and thirst of water. That was, it was very interesting, Stacy. Very interesting.
Thank you.
If I may make an observation,
Sure.
the image of the woman carrying iron lamps in her hands and climbing stairs is it doesn't easily come to a male imagination. There is something very womanly about it. I'm not saying it's feminine. I'm saying there is something very womanly about it, especially a very Indian kind of a sensibility. It reminded me of the body and the ascending lights to the moon. The moon is not inflammable. The moon is cold fire, and
Yeah.
that somebody should be carrying the unquenchable fire because of the summer or whatever, and then going to the moon. I wonder if the flame will go out when the moon, when she reaches the moon. Is that why she goes beyond the moon? Flame will be quenched. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, we can have that conversation between the poet and the persons listening to it, listening to
Yeah,
the
yeah.
poetry.
He has a point, he has a point, of course. But
Yeah.
there is another meaning behind this poem, and that is that she was trying hard to lit her way and go above, to request the clouds to give water. Actually, this was the idea behind.
Okay.
But I found the first part very mythical and mystical,
Yeah, it is.
walking
I
up
like,
and yeah.
yeah, I like actually mystical poems and all
Yeah.
that. And read
Oh,
Rumi and
we
all.
have a mystic amongst us. Thank you, Sudeshi. It was lovely having you over. And very
You're
nice to
welcome.
see you again after a long time.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Okay, and I'm very happy to see Ashok out here. Hi,
Hi,
Ashok.
hi.
And I'm sure Ashok will has some caustic comment on the state of affairs of India and the world. I'm sure we'll enjoy that. But in the
Not that,
meantime, let me get on with the program, and let me now invite Gunika. Um,
All right.
Gunaba, right.
I do have something, but I might have shared it before. I don't know. Okay, here
That's all
goes.
right. Yeah.
I thought a little, then I thought some more as I walk bare feet on the sandy shore. I feel the water touch my toes. It pulls me in, then far it goes. I pick a shell that had washed ashore. I can hear the silence amidst the ocean's roar. Each day as the shell washes on a grainy land, yet gets sucked back by the tide's hand, makes me ponder on my purpose in life to savor the world and treasure the sunrise. Every day trying to be better than before, to find my ikigai like the shell on the seashore. In whatever I do now, my heart I do pour. I used to love a little, now I love a lot more. Thank you.
Yes.
Wow.
Self-realization poem.
Beautiful.
I know.
How
And I-
Yes,
beautiful.
now I remember. I think
I think,
I've heard
yeah,
this.
I had shared.
I've
yeah.
heard this before. Lovely as usual.
I
Never
liked
mind.
I like the reference to ikigai in this.
Yes.
We all need a purpose now.
Yeah.
All right. Great. Thank you, Gunika. And let me now go on to Jasbir. Jasbir would have just started the poem, writing the poem when we started the program, and would have finished it by now.
Not, come on.
Jasbir, if you have a camera, you can put it on if you like.
I think I put it on. Haven't I put it on?
No, your
not
camera's
yet.
off, Jasveer. Or
Okay,
you've got a
okay,
screen
I'll try. I'll see.
camera cover.
There is a technical problem.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Is it okay?
Now we can see. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, just a minute. Wait, I can't see myself.
That's all right. We can see you.
Okay. Water.
Not anymore.
An
Ah.
elixir, savior, mirror, and more. Water, an elixir, savior, mirror, and more. As I walked nestled in the mountains, deep blue waters gleamed, reflecting the blue skies, dancing clouds, lined with the evergreens and red buds. The wooden billboard on which wow, WOW was inscribed. Mom and it reflecting mom in the waters. The spruce, junipers, and pines and redbuds. The sun peeped out bright like the warmth of mom's love, like a million bucks' twinkling eyes. Rich, rosy smile in the rosebud. Suddenly, I saw mom's beauty, gregariousness, and presence encompassing me, the flying geese geometrical patterns reflected in the waters like her dainty embroidery of flying birds on the dining table cloth. Her musical voice resonated in the chirping of chickadees, robins, and cardinals. Like the drops of water makes the ocean, drops of mom's concern makes the ocean of love. The goldfishes resting in the transparent water, like a gentle sermon she gives from time to time. Trust in God and do the right. The razzle dazzle and compassion, the razzle dazzle and comparison, I couldn't resist. I FaceTimed her and twirled a 360-degree, showed her the lake waters reflecting the beauty of nature, and yelled, "Wow, Mom, you're much above this. And I just called to say I love you, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart." Smilingly, she shot back, Mom yourself, aren't you? Mother is a mother, and there's no other like her. Thank you. Happy Mother's Day. That's all for me.
All right.
Oh, sweet. Oh.
Yeah.
The way
Yeah.
WOW became MOM in that water, that was the punch in
Yeah, the
this.
WOW became MOM.
Yeah, lovely, lovely, Jasmine. And then
Lovely to
again,
hear.
you have not disappointed us as usual.
Thanks. Thanks a lot.
Wonderful, wonderful poetry. All right, I need to move on. Next on my list is Sarayu. Sarayu, you got anything for us today?
Yeah, I have. I think it's
All right.
just
If your camera ready, you can put it on.
no.
Otherwise,
I'm not
all
feeling
right,
well.
that's fine. Yeah, that's all right. Go on, go
And
on.
please bear with my nasal voice today.
That's all right.
A dry desert without a drop of water, a tale that is centuries old, a tale dare not to be rewritten, cause rewriting will change history, a blasphemy in the history of mankind, a black blotch on what you think is victory, and that cannot happen at any cost. Men will not be men. Water is a female thing, with a strong stench of vulnerability and voicelessness. Men won't be men otherwise. The pain in the heart ought not to be shown. Not one can afford to be a clown in the ring of life. A complex life embracing conceit and lies. Not a drop of water in those eyes. A dry desert, sans water, cause men won't be men. Thank you.
Lovely. Beautiful as
Very
usual,
interesting.
Sarayu.
Yeah, Sarayu, you're back to your morose self. Writing, writing. You're probably best when you're depressed. So this is a lovely poem. No, Sheila, that's some poets work around this. They really come into their own when they. Maybe depressed is too strong a word. Maybe it's feeling less happy might be the right word.
The low lying moods get the best
Yeah,
of you.
the blues. Let's call it the blues. That's probably a better word to use. Thank you,
Rather,
Sarayu.
I would say that I'm more like earlier I used to be in my blues in 20s, COVID. These days I'm more into a reflective mode, and when I'm reflecting, questioning every little thing,
Yeah.
maybe I get to write on these things.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
called adulting, Sarayu.
I was also going to write 2 lines I've written because of my the condition right now, but I will continue just the 2 lines. Water in the eyes for sure, but water in the nose no more. So on that line, I'm going to
All right.
write
You're mixing it up.
write a
That's
humorous poem, how and share it on the group. So yeah.
Yes, yes. Do that. Excellent. Thank you, Sarayu. Thank you. Okay, Ashok, you are next. Anything exciting for us today?
First of all, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. You're good.
Okay. Now, second thing, I had absolutely forgotten, and I was busy on some discussion on TV which I was watching. So suddenly I remembered, and I left it in between and came here. So I am not ready, but I can read a poem of a friend from New Zealand, but then it is essentially a political poem. So I don't know whether
That's
I
all
should
right.
be reading. Is it
Well,
okay?
if it is about New Zealand politics, that's fine.
No, it is about nothing specific in general.
But let's call it. It's about the New Zealand politics.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. It says anthem. जब जुल्मतें बढ़ जाएं बहुत एक लौ जलाना लाजिम है जब हाकिम ही गुमराह करे एक आवाज उठाना लाजिम है जब कातिल के संग हाकिम हो जब हर लब पर एक पहरा हो जब सहमी सहमी गलियां हो जब खौफ का आलम गहरा हो आवाज जगाना लाजिम है आवाज उठाना लाजिम है जब कातिल उतरे सड़कों पर जब मुंसिफ भी घबराने लगे मुंसिफ इज जज जब कातिल उतरे सड़कों पर जब मुंसिफ भी घबराने लगे जब ताले लबों पर लग जाएं जब अपने आग लगाने लगे इल्जाम उठाना लाजिम है आवाज उठाना लाजिम है जब हाकिम रहजन होने लगे जब हाकिम जहर को बोने लगे जब हाकिम नशे में ताकत के इंसान की कदरें खोने लगे नाम गिनाना लाजिम है आवाज उठाना लाजिम है जब ताकत सर पर चढ़ने लगे जब जुल्मत हद से बढ़ने लगे जब आवाज उठाना जुर्म बने जब लहू से लड़ने लगे बरबत पे गाना लाजिम है आवाज उठाना लाजिम है जब तासुब उनकी फितरत हो फिरका परस्ती की आदत हो जब दंगे ही दस्तूर बने जब जड़ों में उनकी नफरत हो आवाम जगाना लाजिम है आवाज उठाना लाजिम है बरहना है अमीर वतन मीन्स दी किंग बरहना मीन्स विदाउट क्लोथ्स नेकेड बरहना है अमीर वतन ये उसको बताना लाजिम है खुद तुमने जलाया मेरा चमन उस तक पहुंचाना लाजिम है इस देश के दुश्मन भगवों से भारत को बचाना लाजिम है हम सब एक भारतवासी ये हाकिम को सिखाना लाजिम है नाम गिनाना लाजिम है इल्जाम लगाना लाजिम है आवाज जगाना लाजिम है आवाज उठाना लाजिम है थैंक यू
All right. I think that's a universal message. It's a timeless message.
Yeah.
It can be
Yes.
applied to many times, many points in history. So yeah. Thank you, Ashok. By the way, talking of banned anthems, I've heard the Hong Kong anthem, "Glory to Hong Kong," has been banned by the powers that be, and apparently that's making waves on YouTube. So those of you who want to know what's happening in Hong Kong as well as in New Zealand, please go ahead and you can read that.
Yeah.
All right. I think I've covered everybody, in which case I can do my gig out here.
Yeah,
Although
yeah, sure.
it is a small gig, it's a small poem which I read in American Poetry Review. I just got it, just got the edition. And then this one's a translated poem. There are more ways to show devotion. There are more ways to show devotion than we can ever know in this lifetime. Once you traced a finger along the traffic of webs in the distance, stitched along the top right corner of the window frame, troubling the sun, its beams, breaking apart at the web's center, a single open eye, flickering light along our open hands. The spider builds a new web every day, bigger each time in the left corner and then the right. The spider once worked above us while we slept, and then in the morning the spider spun itself into silent waiting or longing, maybe invisible, but for its thirst, for its hunger, which is another word for desire. If desperation were off the table and all that remained were two open arms waiting for an agreeable heart. But it is like me to imagine the spider believes itself a future with what with its dance from corner to corner, its web eclipsing more and more of the woodwork with each passing day, and still nothing to show for it but another night of tearing down and rebuilding, and another morning of light stumbling into the window, laughing at the barren web, which is a plea, a moan, a disaster of lonely maze. I respect the patience of heartbreak, how it waits through the sweetness, through the familiar beauty, and then reveals itself through what doesn't return or never arrives at all. And if it is only you and a series of blinking memories, the moments you had once and believed yourself able to touch again, I think another word for this is hunger. I make the bed in the morning now every day. It looks new again like no one has ever been in it. Thank you.
Wow, quite a
I,
poem.
yeah, I really enjoyed this poem. It is the meeting point of a spider's web and a lonely heart, and the imagery is very strong. So quite interesting.
Some parts are so minutely captured, and connected
Yeah,
in
it's
a very
I had
nice
to read it.
flow, very
I was
nicely word.
And
very
the
nice.
lines on heartbreak.
Oh yeah, I had to read it 2 or 3 times to actually interpret it as a love song. So
Who is it by?
yeah,
Who is it by,
that's
Rajiv?
this one's by Hanif Abdurraqib. So it was probably written in some other language other than English and then translated. Uh, Poetry in the natural world. It's under the section poetry in the natural world. But
Okay.
Hanif Abdul Rakib is a famous literary person in America. Hanif Abdul Rakib, the second name is ABDU
Yep, found him.
RRAYB. Yeah, got it. I mean,
Yeah.
I was really stunned by his poetry. I mean, he's written only couple of small poems, but when I saw his CV, his bio, it was quite impressive. Okay, all right, and with that, our final performance of the day is by Cyrus, and I can see he has got his mic and his guitar. Cyrus, over to you.
All right, and I have got original sound for musicians on, so that's fine. Um, Kintsugi is the Japanese traditional art of mending broken things by using a glue of gold and silver. The repaired object, usually ceramic, becomes even more beautiful when the cracks are expressed by lines of silver or gold. This song by Rebecca Milkwood, called Kintsugi, is written from the perspective of one who is talking to someone who is broken and has lost all hope, is drowning, and is contemplating putting an end to their life, perhaps literally by drowning. The singer offers hope. I will patch you up, hence Kintsugi. You stood by the shoreline, feeling the undertow. I know you were smiling, thinking about where those currents go. You've been trying, you've been swimming against the flow. Seems like you're done trying, seems like you're letting go. Funny how rope is a sentence when it's strung from the gallows, but it's a lifeline when you've drifted from the shallows. Hold on, and I will try to keep your head above the water. Hold on, and I will try to keep you from going under. From going under. I've seen your fighting spirit, and I've seen you take it all on. Seen you crash into your limits like a bird dashed against the rocks. Well, precious things get broken sometimes. But the scars that tell the story, they're the scars that you don't disguise. Funny how glass looks like diamonds when it shatters. Your heart looks like ribbons when it's in tatters. Hold on, and I will breathe life into you again. And your heart will fly like ribbons in the wind. And when the cracks in your soul are beginning to show, I will mend them with silver, I will mend them with gold. And when the cracks in your soul are beginning to show, I will mend them with silver, I will mend them with gold. And when the cracks in your soul are beginning to show,
Beautiful.
Oh, amazing, Cyrus. It was wonderful.
Lovely, really.
Lovely. Lovely.
Yes.
Yes.
The
Again.
best part is how your tunes also go with your lyrics. You know, it
Yeah.
composition
Yeah.
is such that it strikes the right chord.
So Rayu, this one's not by me. This one's by Rebecca Milkwood.
Yeah.
So it's
But you are
spoken
getting
word.
your high notes very,
Yeah,
very
yeah.
tuned to
Actually,
Well
Cyrus.
sung, well
I've been
sung,
using
and
them in the, yeah.
Thank
You've
you.
been
and they're
using them,
coming
at
out,
least I've been hearing them.
and they're coming
And then
out
only
so
in the last.
clearly. They're very clearly coming out on Zoom.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
yes. Wow,
Yeah.
Zoom is helping, but
you have given life to the music, right? You've given life to her lyrics, so it's
yes,
sounding.
Amazing.
yes.
Amazing.
I like the way it builds.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
builds very nicely. Yeah.
Yes, it builds up. Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
crescendo as it goes up.
Crescendo.
Yeah.
Actually, that's the word. Yeah, correct. And the
Yeah.
lines, I'll mend them with silver, I'll mend them with gold. So much of positivity there.
Yes, wonderful,
Kintsugi.
wonderful. Kintsugi, yes. I've been meaning to learn that art one day. I've been meaning to do a lot of things in my bucket list, but yeah.
You have to start by dropping a few ceramic objects in the house, Rajiv.
Yes, that's the hard bit, you know. Buying the gold is not a problem.
Maybe we can send you our broken objects, Rajiv. Then you won't have to break them.
Yeah. And then I repair it with gold and send it back to you. You're all right.
Yeah.
All right.
Right,
As is our tradition, we give everybody a chance at the seconds. So if anybody is going to can't help themselves, we would love to
Yeah,
hear
yeah,
from.
that's me, that's me.
Yeah, Ganika's there. Yes,
I
yes.
have a I have a little Hindi one,
Sure.
and
Go on.
it's a little
Go on. Go on. This is open mic now. So go on.
okay. पानी के ऊपर ही है. कतरा कतरा पानी का बूंद बूंद को तरसता है. कतरा कतरा पानी का बूंद बूंद को तरसता है. आंखों से जो बहते हैं वो जीने के सहारे हैं. बेपनाह मोहब्बत न कीजिए, ये दगाबाजी के जमाने हैं. आंखों की चमक और कुछ नहीं, बस टूटते हुए तारे हैं.
Lovely.
It has a little English translation, very roughly translated. Every drop of water craves for another drop. The eyes that flow, they're the means of survival. Don't fall in love unrequitedly. These are the times of treachery. The sparkle of eyes is nothing else but just falling stars.
Lovely.
Wow.
Okay.
Very nice.
Yes. Interesting. Very interesting, Ganika. Loved it. Okay. Anybody else? And while you're thinking, I am going to recite a small poem, which echoes Ashok Bhatia's political mood of the day. So here's another politically inclined poem, again from American Poetry Review. Instead of raising wages, the government raised the roof clean of an entire black section of the city, inflated gas prices to the size of the senator's helium ego, built an unstable bridge made of worn $100 bills over the Atlantic to make a plantation, democracy, of a new territory, sent a blank check to a settler colony and said, make a wish, set a fleet of drones to a peaceful town and said, I wish you would, sent donation emails to people who struggled to pay rent this month, disappeared into a secret castle the day after the polls closed, spun a fairy tale about civic duty to euthanize the masses, printed accidentally honest election stickers that said, vote and die, told protesters the best way to resist was to play a part in the circus, I say we deserve better, and my peers call me an extremist. Government says we gotta kill entire villages, and my peers call it sacrifice. And worse, my peers change the channel, and worse, my peers bat barely an eye and forgive the last genocide for the sake of peace. If we don't get tired of writing beautiful poems after catastrophes, I fear soon the ink will run red and the rivers dry and the words out. Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
quite a protest poem.
Absolutely.
the
a
mockery in
protest-
it is so nice.
Yes, loved it.
Maybe that can be our next theme.
Protest poems?
Yes. Just
Yes,
protest.
we normally keep up the political theme, but protest is always on. You can protest against anything. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we can protest against our workplace, how hard they make us work.
Yes, that's right. And I'm hearing a lot of feminism, feminist poems nowadays. Which I think are appropriate, or at least sensitize a section of our society to some very important matters. I kind of it resounds with me. Yeah. Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else? Okay. Going, gone. With that, we will close today's session. It was a wonderful session, wonderfully attended, heard some lovely poems, and I only requested a few people to post it on the WhatsApp group. Loved it. It's recorded and it's on YouTube. So go ahead and invite your relatives and your friends to listen to your poem.
And we
I'm
had
happy I
we had
joined.
13 people today, Rajiv. 13.
Yes. I mean, they all dropped in one at a time. People from exotic places.
Yeah, I mean we've got 11 on screen just now, so that's great.
That's right. A couple have left us. That's right.
Yeah. Amazing. All right.
No,
Amazing.
I'm very happy. I had forgotten, but late, but still joined.
Glad you
Yes,
did.
Ashok, I know yours and mine memory is slowly failing us. So next time I will give you a heads up just before the session starts.
Sure. Thank you.
All right, folks. Catch you
Okay.
later. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye all.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.